Hey y'all, so I wanted to come on to show you how I was able to achieve my own knotless box braids. Now I did do my box braids in August, and as you can see, these aren't the box braids. But I was able to keep my braids in for at least like 3 months. They actually still look pretty good, and plus I really didn't feel like taking it out. You know how that goes. And so I kept them in for about 3 months. And so I just wanted to just give you a couple of tips. One is that I took a weekend just to make sure that I was able to complete all my hair. So I took a weekend. The first day, what I did was I pre-parted my whole head, because as you know, with knotless braids, you want your parts to be as straight as possible. And so I pre-parted my whole head, and then I proceeded the next day to start installing my braids. So yeah, and the method that I was able to come up with, I don't know if anybody else has done it before, but I watched a lot of knotless braids videos, and I didn't see anybody else who did it like I did it. So hopefully this method will work for you as it worked for me. Let me know in the comment section. So the hair I'm using is the Braid Babe, and it is in the color, that's the color. And it's really cute. It has 3 tones. It's dark, then it goes like to a 27 to a 613. I figured out to separate, as I'm separating, I'm getting the piece that I want first. This is going to be the full braid. I break off that piece first. I just fill it till I have the consistency that I want. So this is my braid, and then what I do is, and then I separate this braid into 3 sections, and then I put it on my rack. All right, I'm putting it on my rack. All right, so I'm using Shine and Jam, and I'm also using the Maury's Pomade. So I'm using that. I'm using this for my hair, for my real hair, to blend a little bit better. And then I'm using this for my roots, my shiny jam, okay? So this is how I figured out how to do it. So like I said, I already pre-parted my hair. This is my 2 sections. I'm gonna use a clip that up. Okay, so I pre-parted my section. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some shiny jam. Right at my root. And then I'm going to proceed to braid. 1, 2, 3. So that's just to get it, as you can see, there it is, just to give me a little base to work with. And now I'm going to take my first piece. This is where my crochet hook comes in. And I'm going to loop it. I'm going to loop that first piece in. Here you go, right here. All right, so I'm going to count it off. So here I go, and I just start that braid like a regular braid. I just take these off my 3 pieces. So I say 1, make sure it's tight, you grip it. 2. So now my hair is on this side, on the further side to me. I hold this right here, and now I'm going to get my second piece. That's why it's imperative that you break it off, separate it before you start your braid. And here I go. Now I want you to see, I'm going to lift up my thumb. I lift up my thumb, I grab that second piece, and I braid 1. Make sure it's tight. 2. So now my rear hair should be closest to me. I got my last piece. I lift up my thumb, and I start braiding a rotation. 1, 2, and then I make sure that everything
it's smooth because I'm going to braid it down now. This is the consistency that I want my braid. So I proceed to braid down. Now, the side where you have your rear hair on, you might have a thin side. So if you come that you need to add more hair, you just add it. Just see how you can add it where it's not like a lump or anything. Like I just added it to the third piece. And so now they have equal pieces. Okay, and I braid it down. And so where the Morris come in at, I just make sure that I look at, where my hair is, and I just put a little wax up there to smooth everything down. And then I braid, and then I just go ahead and braid the whole length. All right, so this is the second piece. And as you can see, that's how the braid looks. Okay. All right, so here's my second piece. I'm doing the same process. Put some Shining Jam onto my root. And then I'm going to proceed to braid this 3 times, 3 rotations. 1, that's 1. I consider that 1, 2, 3. Again, that is just to give it a base to lock in the hair. I take my piece, take my first piece, and I crochet it into my piece to the. All right, so now I have the 2 sides plus my real hair in the middle. I use all of these are my legs for my braids. So I started out again. 1, count it out, grip it so your roots can be tight. 1, 2. My rear hair should be to the further side away from me. Is on this side. And I have the 2 braids right here. I'm gripping it with my thumb and my pointer. Now I get my second piece. I'm just going to lift up my thumb to add it in. I lift up this thumb and then I braid. 1, make sure it's tight. You hold it all the pieces. That's 1 rotation. 2. Now my rear hair is to this side of me. And that's where my last piece come in. I lift up my finger, hold that hair in, and then I braid again to lock it in. But this time, that's all the hair I'm adding. And so I just figured it out that in order for me to have a seamless braid, I needed to count it out. In order for my braid to look like it started like that, I needed to count it out to make sure that I was getting the right consistency. And so here's my real hair. I take some Morris on this side and I make sure that everything is smooth. And then I keep braiding. And again, if you need to add some hair to the leg of your real hair, just go ahead and add it, and it'll go right smooth. But you just have to make sure that you're not taking big chunks or where your braid is starting to be crooked. So as you can see, I'm almost finished with my hair. I only have this 1 row left. And so I just want to come back on just to show you on this side. This is my right side. So the only thing that's going to be different is it's going to flip in regards to which end your rear hair is going to be on when you're adding your pieces. So I already braided this piece up. And I'm going to start adding my hair in. So let's take my hook. Again, I'm going to show you really quickly. Take the hook, loop it in. There you go. that in. Then you start braiding. 1, 2. This time on this side, my hair is going to be closest to me for the first one. So your hair will always be on the outside of the braid. Here I go. I'm adding my second piece, and I'm braiding it. 1, 2, and now the hair is on this side. So then I get my third piece, and I'm attaching it under my thumb. This thumb, attach it, and then I make sure it's tight, and I braid it in. 1, 2.